Hello. Are you Melania Trump? You just got served. Do we have a soundbite, Melania?
Hoo-yah, Navy!
She might not be saying hoo-yah anymore because Michael Wolff is bringing a bombshell lawsuit against Melania Trump. As you can see there, reporting from the Daily Beast. Now, this is interesting because it's Michael Wolff suing Melania Trump after Melania had threatened to sue him, after Melania had threatened to sue Hunter Biden and others, around anyone suggesting, even if you cite Michael Wolff's reporting, not claiming it yourself, but just referencing that someone referenced that Epstein referenced, that Melania and Donald maybe were introduced by Jeffrey, and she's pissed if anyone suggests that. And she's been threatening lawsuits. And so now Michael Wolff is bringing a legal battle, which is interesting. The best-selling author Michael Wolff is suing Melania Trump in an unprecedented court case after she threatened to sue him for $1 billion. The case is the first time Melania Trump has been sued as First Lady and appears to be the first time a president's wife has been subject of a court action. Really? Wolff is asking the court for permission to question Melania and Donald Trump under oath about their dealings with Epstein. I think they'll find a way to get out of that. But you never know. You just never know. That's the thing about life. Wolff's attorneys filed the case in New York State Court late Tuesday after the First Lady's legal team sent him a threatening letter over a lawsuit. Threatening a lawsuit. This is our first video. It's really early. Shut up. For over $1 billion in damages. My eyes are still blurry. Melania accused Wolff of making false, defamatory, and lewd statements. We covered all of that. Obviously, she was saying you're lying on $1 billion. So what is Wolff doing? He's using the so-called anti-SLAPP laws for the case. The laws ban powerful people from using legal actions to shut down journalism, which are known as strategic lawsuits against public participation. Wolff said bringing the case was a difficult decision and said, I did not want to be in a lawsuit, but I'm also a journalist and have been one for 40 years. So accusing her of stifling his speech with these different threats. And this is kind of the legal equivalent of Hunter Biden's reaction when he was sued.
Relationship between Jeffrey Epstein, Melania Trump, and Donald Trump.
Okay, well, they knew each other well. They spent an enormous time together. According to his biographer, is that Jeffrey Epstein introduced Melania. That's how Melania and the First Lady and the president met.
Really?
Yeah.
Epstein made the intro.
Yeah, according to Michael Wolff.
Yeah.
And so I only can go by what people are saying, and I don't know.
He didn't make these claims out of nowhere. They come from another journalist named Michael Wolff, who is a biographer that actually...
Okay, sorry. It's just I'm in a certain headspace right now where I'm really easily to boredom. Let me see. Where's Hunter's response? Please respond, Hunter.
The First Lady, for your statements that you made about her possible connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
Fuck that. That's not...
There you go. So Michael Wolff is taking the lawsuit approach to that response. He's definitely not retracting. And he's saying, can we just, hey, there's a lot of pontification. You're threatening to sue him. Then you don't sue him, which is interesting. He's saying F that. I'm saying sometimes rather long-windedly, I'll add. But I'm saying, like Wolff's saying that he stands by his reporting. And it's all, let's just settle this once and for all. Trump, Melania, sit down under oath and I'll ask you. Or my lawyers will ask you. And then if you win, or whatever the legal mechanism will be, then your name will be cleared forever. Now, amid all of this, it seems like we're to a place where it's kind of impossible to defend Trump's actions in relation to the entire Epstein topic. Definitely that we're still, now they're using the shutdown as justification for why they can't release the Epstein files. And Adalita Grijalva is still not being sworn in, which is preventing them from being released. And so you might think, surely no one's defending Trump anymore on this. Clearly, whatever the reason is, he is engaged in an active effort to prevent the release, and that's bad. Well, some people are defending it. This is a pastor who we met. I don't know, or y'all weren't with me, but we were out at Trump's second arrest or something, and he is one of the strangest people I've ever seen in public life. So watch him saying, trust in Trump, because trusting in God is trusting in Trump, which means we shouldn't want the Epstein files to be released. While we watch this, please do, if you appreciate the show, click the subscribe button. It is free. It is an important time to be subscribed. I mean, look at this. A breaking news segment about Melania getting sued. Interesting stuff. Now here, I think his name's like Shane. Can you take that down? What's his name? Who is this guy? Shane Vaughn, yeah.
Guys, have you ever stopped and thought for one moment, by them saying there is no list, is it possible that they're making all these people think they got by scot-free so that they can set them up for the great fall? Trust the president. I mean, my God, this is the man that God saved his life 1 year ago from a bullet. Don't you think God appointed him? Then leave him alone.
And he has that pastor thing. Leave him alone. If you believe in the Lord as your Savior, then don't release the Epstein files. Oh my gosh. A lot of spit just came out. Very weird. Okay.
Some of y'all act like you're so smart because you listen to a few podcasters.
You.
And the only problem is them podcasters done lied to you so many times you're addicted to their lies. Just quit. Donald Trump is the American president. You voted for him.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Now sit back and let the man be the president.
Why is he not listening to me? What a weirdo. Love with love, but you can't. They never. Oh, it's so annoying. They never use this argument when Biden was president. He is the president. Oh, there's a choir behind me. And so we must trust him. As much as we trust our Lord Jesus Christ. We must trust President Biden. Oh, they never said that about Biden. But now they say it about Trump. It's so irritating. This was the same guy. I don't know if I need to show this. Let me show Shane. Y'all are gonna, this is mind blowing. Shane Vaughn. Let me see if it doesn't come up quickly, I won't. Here we go. Look at this.
No, Israel did not kill Charlie Kirk. Satan did. And God allowed it for reasons that we may never know. But here's what I do know when I tell you something. There is something I have had my finger on the pulse of this nation for 5 years. I told you what the problem was. They were turning him in. They were Tucker and him were like this. They were turning Charlie against God's chosen people. And God said, no, not today. No, you're too pure and you have too much influence. So I'm going to bring you before Satan can use you. I'm going to let you.
What are we saying here? And then he also referenced with Trump. He said, "What we must trust Trump because otherwise, if we don't, then what was Trump surviving the assassination for?" Can someone who's not him, because he would just go, "Please, you are consumed by Satan." Can someone who's just a little bit more pragmatic explain to me what they're saying, what the logic is? That God let someone get a shot off against Trump. Like, why didn't God just stop the guy from shooting and not make him a mentally deranged person? But they let the guy shoot, but then God was able to make Trump dodge it, but let the guy die behind Trump so that Trump could go into office and not release the Epstein files? And then that's why we're supposed to trust him? And then that theory, what? Oh, okay. Wow. So then you have Mike Johnson still being pressed on why he hasn't sworn in Adelita Grijalva, which would force this discharge petition, and it's getting more and more uncomfortable.
When are you going to swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva?
As soon as we get back to legislative session, when Chuck Schumer allows us to turn the lights back on.
Why haven't you done it already?
Because this is the way the institution works. I'm following the Pelosi precedent, by the way, when my dear friend from Louisiana, Julia Letlow, was elected to fill the seat of her deceased husband because of COVID. Nancy Pelosi took 25 days to swear her in. By the way,
are you saying? Let me stop you. Are you saying that Nancy Pelosi refused to swear her in earlier?
No, I'm saying that's my very point. Is this is the normal
my
process.
understanding is that was the date that actually the representative-elect Letlow at the time requested. She had obviously her.
Okay, here's some more examples. Okay.
No, but wait a minute. You mentioned the Pelosi precedent, but Pelosi didn't delay that.
Let me give you more of the Pelosi precedent. Okay.
And what about the Johnson precedent? Because you swore in 2 Republicans the day after their election.
I'm happy to answer. Pelosi precedent. Pat Ryan, Joe Simplinsky. They were elected during an August recess. So 21 days later, when the House returned to regular legislative session, they were administered the oath. That's what we're doing. We're not in session right now. Rep. Grijalva was elected.
You could bring yourself into session, you dum-dum. What a weird... I can't go for a run today because I don't have my running shoes on. Put your running shoes on. They're right there. I'm just thinking about I need to run today. It's been a while since I've run. It's getting bad, guys. Anyways, that was on my mind. But you're the one. So they call the House into session. Speaker of the House. No, but it's so upsetting.
Returned to regular legislative session, they were administered the oath. That's what we're doing. We're not in session right now. Rep. Grijalva was elected after the House was out of session. As soon as we return to legislative session, as soon as the Democrats decide to turn the lights back on so we can all get back here, I will administer the oath on the first day.
You could swear her in tomorrow, right?
No, not tomorrow. No, we couldn't. We wouldn't. There was an exception for 2 Floridians earlier in the...
You hear that? No, we couldn't. We wouldn't. Oh, so you could. He could. He can. He would. If it weren't these specific circumstances. And what I hadn't heard yet, I think it was an interview with David Pakman that Adelita Grijalva brought this up. We're all thinking, what's the point? Like, okay, delay the Epstein files. Maybe that's it. But like, why? What's the... So 2 weeks later, they get released. What if he knows the votes are there? Then what's the point of delaying? Just rip the Band-Aid off. And there's a few different theories you could run with, but then we learned apparently that they are confident that before, and I don't know if this is the priority here, but it seems like it is, that before they swear in Grijalva, they're going to get a few of the Republicans who were supportive of releasing the Epstein files to switch back to being against it. Because she would be the 218th vote. So all you would need is to get one Republican to go from yes to no on that discharge petition. And then we'd be back to the stalemate. So the delay is not because they think they can delay her swearing in forever and then we're never going to see. But that gives some time to continue, as is now 100% confirmed, which is the White House has been pressuring Republicans not to support it. And it will give them more time to maybe just flip one of those votes. So that gives me more clarity on at least how this could be playing out.